Back in the old days when I caught cold, my mom would come up with all kinds of remedies. Ginger soup, garlic, but my dad usually had one solution: call the doctor. And now people may read political columns on the Mueller investigation, check the Stormy Daniels news in supermarket magazines, and study economy analysis reports on the trade war with China. But our writer-producer Sherry uses one source. Check on Nostradamus' Book of Prophecy. So don't call us crazy. Check what we've found and you will be speechless. And maybe I give her too many compliments. She now thinks she's found information on the current trade war with China. Again, she uses keywords. The first keyword is custom. There are only 4 quatrains. I will let you see all 4. The first one is Century 1, Quatrain 98, quote, "The leader who will conduct great numbers of people, far from their skies to foreign customs and languages. 5,000 will die in Crete and Thessaly, the leader fleeing in sea going supply ship." I don't think the current trade war has anything to do with Greek, so I will count this one out. The next one is in Century 3, Quatrain 49. Quote, "Gaelic realm you will be much changed. To a foreign place is the empire transferred. You will be set up amidst other customs and laws. Rouen and Chartres will do much the worse to you." What is Gaelic realm? If it is about France, why wasn't it called France? I guess Nostradamus may be short of words to describe America, because it contains, like French, then colonies like in Louisiana. And a Frenchman like Nostradamus may consider England part of France still, since the French King Henry II had just announced France's reign over England and declared his son Francis and Mary Queen of Scots as King and Queen of England. And the second line about a foreign place where the empire transferred. Very few countries can be called an empire at Nostradamus' time, but China definitely is still an empire even today. And you should see how terrible the trade war has affected China. And line 3 is about setting up customs and laws. No kidding. 10% of $200 billion of Chinese goods. But line 4 talked about Rouen and Chartres. What is that about? Those are 2 French cities. I think this means how other parties would take advantage of the situation and do harm to the 2 fighting parties. How? I heard Canada filled China's soybean order and made a ton of money, while they also bought cheap the tons of US soybeans no one would buy. Is that what it meant? Before showing you the next quatrain with the word custom, I want to show you the quatrain after the one I just showed you. Century 3, Quatrain 50, quote, "The Republic of the great city will not want to consent to the great severity. King summoned by trumpet to go out. The ladder at the wall. The city will repent." Oh my God, the war started when China refused to consent to the tariff with great severity and retaliated with tariffs on US goods. President Xi, the King of China today, was summoned by President Trump, the trumpet, to meet. And China, the country symbolized by the Great Wall. Based on our prior research on Nostradamus, our team has pointed out many clusters of quatrains and felt quatrains grouped together may offer the best chance for us to understand the true meanings. Well, in this case, these 2 quatrains are grouped together. And you must agree that is about the current trade war between USA and China. However, what does the 4th line mean? The meeting is a chance for truce, that's for sure. President Trump just announced the plan to hold off the additional tariffs of up to 25% for the next 90 days. It is like giving a ladder to allow the one that is stranded on the Great Wall to get off. According to Nostradamus, the city will repent. But which city? The city in China or the city in USA? Let's see if we can find additional clues in the 2 remaining quatrains. Century 8, Quatrain 11, quote, "A multitude of people will appear at Vicenza. Without force, fire to burn the Basilica. Near Lunage, the great one of Valenza defeated. At a time when Vence takes up the quarrel through custom." That seems to be about Italy. Let's skip to the next one. Let's look at the next quatrain in Century 9, Quatrain 73, quote, "The blue turban king entered into Foy, and he will reign less than an evolution of Saturn. The white turban king Byzantium, heart banished, Sun, Mars, and Mercury near Aquarius." I don't know if Foy is fox misspelled, but even President Trump has blue eyes. I don't think this quatrain is about the trade war, but I decided to search for another key word, trade. And let me show you what I found. Trade appears only once in the book. Century 2, Quatrain 83, quote, "The large trade of a great Lyons changed. The greater part turns to pristine ruin. Pray to the soldiers swept away by pillage. Through the Jura mountain and Suevia drizzle." This quatrain is very interesting because China has been called the sleeping lion. And the first 2 lines spell out the trade war and the consequences. The trade war ruins the economy. It most likely ruins China's economy, although ruining China means ruining the whole world economy, but can also mean ruin both. As the 3rd line states, "Pray to the soldiers swept away by pillage." Soldiers means the parties in the fight. That means both USA and China. And swept away by pillage. Since pillage means stealing during wartime, I think some people may be benefiting from this while many others suffer. The 4th line is hard to decode, but I will point to one interesting part. I can't find Suvia, but if you break the word into su and via, I think it means there will be lawsuits coming, and quite a few in time, like drizzling rain. So what did I find out from Nostradamus regarding trade wars? 1, he definitely saw it coming, as he pointed out the parties involved, the fight and then the truce, and sadly the consequences. I may be wrong, but I think China will back down some, but starts to change. Change the market concentration, focus on finding other trading partners, and eventually both fighting parties suffer greatly. I believe these are the quatrains to study, but I can't be 100% sure on my decoding. However, I wanted to let you see what is in the book and let you decide what Nostradamus really meant. This is Ken Peters. Thank you for watching.